between post-carbon, synanthropy and algae panels. Located in Kyiv, Ukraine, an obsolete grain elevator becomes the epicenter of a post-carbon cityscape. The silo combines an animal shelter, hanging sculptures of Richard Serra, a rare books library, exhibition spaces for immersive art and a concrete recycling plant, partially covered by an energy-producing envelope. The animal shelter specializes in 2 species, the spider monkey and the Asian elephant. Because of the traumas that these animals lived before arriving at the center, we decided to give priority to their welfare before the other needs of the remaining programs. Therefore, all the paths of the project will be conditioned to evade these animals in order to avoid every possible contact with humans. The future of art is clear. Mix with other disciplines to get rid of its self-isolation and adapt the curatorial structures that prevent access to a large part of the existing art production. Whilst arriving at the silo, one can perceive wireless audio-visual works projected on a translucent screen in the facade. But the intensity of the experience increases as you enter the building, the immersion in the works being total thanks to the evasive space of the hippostyle room. It can be read as an interpretation of Bill Wireless' childhood memory of falling into a dark pond. Serra's massive sculptures made of corten steel seem to defy the laws of physics, rising into the air to form surreal constellations. Visitors are invited to wander through a high-altitude pathwalk, observing the barely perceptible movement of the works. Due to the heavy oxidation of the steel exposed to the humid Kyiv climate, the passage of time and movement is marked by a constant reddish dripping on concrete platforms, a nod to Serra's early works, throwing molten lead into angles, causing splashes. The rare book library occupies the upper part of the former silo, under a new translucent roof, offering reading places in a bright space. The conservation of the books is ensured by being on the lowest level of the reading room, protected from direct light, and a freezing treatment of the books before their admission to the collection. Taking advantage of the constant energy of gravity, Serra's works are hung from folding jib cranes and lifted by means of renewable energy that is stored kinetically at height. In case this energy is needed, the works are lowered in a controlled manner, releasing the energy via a generator. Following the logic of the grain elevator, the concrete recycling plant makes use of existing structures to implement the different stages of crushing, screening, washing and storage of the recycled granulate. After going up a conveyor belt, the granulate faces the luminous and serene space of the library before rushing into the darkness of the cylinders and waiting to be loaded onto trucks in the hippostyle hall, thus contributing to wireless audio-visual installations. The cranes also support the network of energy-producing and CO2-absorbing cells, which partially covers the plot. At the same time, this entire structure is partially linking the different programs that occur within it. The envelope connects and separates the project from the rest of the city for acoustic and/or spatial reasons. The cells are a container for microalgae Dune Lila Salina living inside, which are carrying out photosynthesis. Together with carbon nanoparticles found in the same liquid medium, they create high temperatures using solar radiation and ultimately generating electricity. This electricity will be stored by Serra's works. The project offers a preview to a possible post-carbon cityscape and synanthropic future.